We start in Paris, where Chinese President Xi Jinping has met his French counterpart François Hollande at the Élysée Palace ahead of the climate change meeting. Hollande welcomed Xi for the talks. They were joined by Prime Minister Manuel Valls and Foreign Minister Laurent Fabius. Xi arrived in Paris Sunday afternoon to attend the 21st session of the Conference of the Parties to the UN Framework Convention on Climate Change, widely known as COP21. The conference opens today and runs through December 11th. It is tasked with reaching a legally binding and universal climate pact. The goal is to limit average global warming to 2 degrees Celsius, perhaps less, over pre-industrial revolution levels by curbing fossil fuel emissions. Kate Parkinson has more.
Chinese President Xi Jinping was among the first leaders to arrive in Paris ahead of the UN Climate Change Summit. Around 150 world leaders are expected to attend the opening day of the event, known as COP21. While in Paris, the Canadian Prime Minister paid tribute to the victims of the recent terror attacks, visiting the Bataclan concert hall where 90 people were killed. The President of Chile also visited the attack site, where she met with relatives of one of the Chilean victims. In the wake of the deadly terror attacks, authorities banned protests in Paris amid security concerns. But climate activists found a novel way around the ban, placing over 10,000 pairs of shoes on Paris's Place de la République, where protesters had planned to march. One pair was left by UN Secretary-General Ban Ki-moon, who said on the eve of the summit that time is running out and global leaders must act quickly to tackle climate change.
The time is now to act. We don't have any time to waste. Then leaders should bear and feel moral and political responsibility for humanity. This is the one which will really help putting an end to poverty, making these cities healthier, livable, and making our lives much, much safer and more prosperous.
Here at the conference venue, there is some hope that the shadow cast over Paris as a result of these attacks could actually enhance the chance of a deal being reached. Certainly the number of world leaders who will be here on Monday is unprecedented, many of them confirming their attendance as a sign of solidarity with France. But environmental groups say maybe it's a sign that the world is ready to act. But there are still many challenges ahead and many different opinions on the form and content an agreement should take. As French Foreign Minister Laurent Fabius formally opened negotiations on Sunday ahead of schedule, it marked the start of what will be 12 days of very tough talks. Kate Parkinson, CCTV, Paris.